Okay, my name is Ben Murdock. I study amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS, particularly the role of the immune system in both driving and protecting against ALS. So the immune system is very complex. Not only is it used to defend the body against potential infections and pathogens, but it's also used in the repair response. So in the case of ALS, we're not really sure whether it's playing a protective or destructive role. Now, previous studies using immune suppression have actually made ALS worse. So we do know that there is an immune component and it may be playing a protective role. And so our goal is to use human patients and based on their peripheral blood work, determine what cells may be playing a positive or negative role in disease progression. So there are several cell types that we have found may be related to disease progression based on both human studies and animal models. The three that we are most interested in are called natural killer cells, NK cells, CD4 T cells, and neutrophils. NK cells, their primary job is to kill infected or dying cells. And we have found that these cells are upregulated in ALS patients over the course of disease. Other groups have also found that the cellular markers on top of neurons that protect against NK cells disappear as disease progresses. With CD4 T cells, these are the master regulators of the immune system. Other groups have found relationships between disease progression and the total number of cells, as well as their behavior, their activation state. And as for neutrophils, these cells are one of the first responders in terms of neuronal repair, and we found that these are upregulated in disease. So our research focuses on correlating these three cell populations with disease progression, but also trying to modulate these populations in terms of therapeutics. So what we're trying to do is use existing therapeutics that are being created by other groups or pharmaceutical companies and repurposing these drugs for ALS treatments. This works for both NK cells and CD4 T cells, and we're also looking to do this with neutrophils as well. One of the things about the immune system that is so complex is that the same cell type can actually have multiple roles. So sometimes the exact same cell type can be very beneficial under one circumstance, but also very dangerous in another circumstance. And so one of the things we're trying to tease out right now is what cells are involved in disease progression, but not only that, but when they're involved. Because certain cells, it appears that early on they may be very beneficial and very protective, but then as disease progresses, then they become detrimental. And so what we're trying to do is tease out exactly when and why that happens, and hopefully we'll be able to target that with existing therapeutics.